Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Double Jackpot. Please subscribe and like, and we're going to get into, we got so much to cover in this video, but I'm going to make it short, and I'm going to break this up, so there'll be at least 4 to 5 parts to this video. I'm just going to make this one really short to sports gambling. Again, I have over 35 years experience in sports gambling, and to really truly understand sports gambling, please, whatever you do, when you're watching this fool's videos, the fool being Christopher Mitchell, look, I'm trying to save you guys a lot of money. I'm trying to save you so much money in not believing this guy. He's on to the next thing. First, let's go to just 2 little factors here. You don't leave a $90,000 a month BS scam that he was pitching a while back, $5,000 a day. He's laying $25 and $50 bets on parlays. Okay, I've been tracking his few bets. Look, my experience is quite simply, I've placed so many bets and done so much gambling over the time. You don't just reinvent strategies and say, oh, I'm going to learn from this. The way you learn in sports gambling is you're around knowledgeable people. This guy has zero knowledge. I mean, let me tell you, when he first laid 20 parlays down, that's telling you, OMG, is this guy an idiot? Wow, 20 parlays, and he's hedging them on different plays. Look, I'm going to tell you something. 20 parlays is scary. Then the next day, in that same video, he's talking about consistency, doing it again. So the next day he does 10 parlays. And then you think, oh, wow, this guy is really a fool. And then his latest video, he's going to put 2 teams on all the things. So you're locking it all down to 2 teams that can destroy you. Look, it's a beautiful thing to watch, because when it does happen, it just gives you that false sense of security, like you're a winner and you have some information that nobody's thought of, you know. And please do not get into that mentality. Do not look at anything he does. It's for entertainment purposes only. Just like he said, if I'd have won you $3,000, please, I'd have paid the person $500. Look, Christopher, if you make a video being humble and telling you there's no way I'm the GOAT, there's no way you are this or that, and you make a humbling, apologetic video of your idiocracies and your stupidity, which you will never do because you got a huge ego, look, I'll forget more than you ever know, because you don't have 35 years of experience to ever go back on. I'm going to tell you this right now. Please, make a video and apologize, and I can give you some strategies. And I don't even want to call them strategies. It's what you learn in gambling that can make you a lot of money, but you won't do it. And I'm not going to give these strategies to anybody, because if you're a really good, really a gambler that knows what you're doing, you will understand that how to do it. But Christopher, these strategies, and I don't even want to call them strategies, the way you do these things will make you a lot of money. And when I say make you a lot of money, it's not like, I'm not going to say 99%, but it's the way you can make money in a situation. And I'm not going to give that away. If you're halfway of a smart gambler, you already know where I'm going. But you guys leave in the comments and descriptions. I'm not going to tell you if you're right or you're wrong, but I just want to see how many people out there know how to have certain strategies when it comes to playing these kind of games. Anyway, getting back into he's just an idiot. Let me say this. I'm trying to save you some time. I saw a comment that somebody posted, Christopher, your math was off. Can you tell me how you did this? How you figured it out? And he quite simply said, you know, I lost these plays, so I was down $50 on each one of these plays. Then he goes on and says, well, I counted the $50 I placed as a win because it's a winner, so I added, you know, I add the $50 back into the win. Let me tell you something. When you go to it, now listen closely on this. This is basic logic. Anybody can get this. A 5th grade person can get this. When you go to the ticket window, you place your bet online. I'm going to do simple math. You put the $10 down. I'm using $10. I'm going to actually put $11. It's a -110 money line. Basically an even play. And Christopher, you don't even know why they have the -110s, -160s, -190s. You're clueless on even how that goes down as the odds. I'm not going to sit there and bore you guys to tears on why they have negatives and positives and how that's done, because if you don't know that, it's not simply just the line. There's more to it than that. Okay, when you go to put the money down at the sports window, like at the casino, and you're going to put $11 to win 10. So you give the casino clerk at the sports book your $11. He's going to give you a ticket back. It's going to have the bet. It's going to say Texas Rangers minus 110, 11 to win 21. Okay, if the game wins, you're going to get $21 back. That's your 11 original placed and the $10 you won. You didn't win $21, Christopher. You're such a fool. I mean, I saw that and I couldn't believe what I read. You won 10 bucks. Anytime you lay the money down, the 11, that's considered your lay bet. Almost you could look at it as your deposit. You win it, you get your deposit back, your bet. I'm using all different types of terms, so this is so dumbified for you because you're a complete moron. It's not, you don't say, oh, I won $21. No, you won $10. The $11 is already yours. So if the ticket loses and the Rangers do not win the game, of course, the $11 stays at the casino, and that's a loss. You lost 11 bucks. Okay, simple enough. So Christopher, I hope you learned that today. You don't count your money that you put up as a win when you win your bet. You didn't win $21. You won 10. Okay? I saw that in your comment section, and somebody corrected you on that, and of course you deleted the comment because you're that stupid. It just doesn't get any stupider. Christopher has yet to play an underdog, meaning he doesn't have a clue to what he's doing. He plays favorites, he plays favorites, he plays favorites. That's all he does. He played 20 freaking parlays and he won 5 of them. Yes, he still came out that day because he hit a 3-teamer. Take a deep breath, and he got all excited because Altuve hit a walk-off grand slam in extra innings against the Rangers. Okay? He's celebrating like that was the biggest thing in the world because it saved a big bet for him. But when you look at games, you got to think how it was won. It doesn't matter how. A winner's a winner. I don't care if the guy balked in the winning run. I don't care if it was hit by a pitch. You just have to say, hey, that's how they won the game. But it's always interesting to see how it got there. Houston Astros were down to their last strike in the bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, trailing by 1. So all his bets would have been over 1 pitch. That's why in baseball, it's never over until it's over. That's why when these pitchers get squeezed and they don't get a strike that's a strike, that batter gets to see another pitch. These guys are all professional hitters. There's no 7, 8, 9 weak hitters. These guys can all mash. That's what I'm telling you about baseball. Every one of these guys that is up to the plate has the ability to do some damage. These pitchers are in a tough spot. Let me tell you something. The way that game was won in Houston the other night, Carlos Correa, with the last out, hit a ball and deposited it over the right field fence. Tied the game. It goes into extras. So Correa... Altuve's grand slam was just the win, but to get to the win, you had to tie it first. So, you know, he's giving all these props to Altuve. Great hitter, great grand slam, not taking anything away from the win. But to get to that situation, you had to first tie the game. Okay? So, Christopher's now doing all these money line parlays. Basically, I have zero strategy. I'm hoping Vegas is right and has these lines handicapped right. And I'm going to play all the money line parlays. And if I only win a few, or if I get lucky and win more, I can have a payday. Let me tell you something. When you play 20 parlays and you win 5, there's a lot of stress going on in that. You know, I'm going to tell you my thoughts on parlays. Although they may sound good, it's probably one of the dumbest bets you can make. Unless you got some, there's a guy on YouTube. There's several. And I respect them, and they know how to do the parlays in the correct way. And even if they lost, he has them structured right. And there are ways to look at things. You know, first of all, Christopher's not a handicapper, for one. To win in sports gambling, you have to have. It's not that you played the game. You have to have knowledge of the game. You have to be a student of gambling and the game of baseball. Baseball is totally different than other sports, like football. or basketball. It's totally different. So having said that, I'm going to tell you my thoughts on money line parlays. They're absolutely a fun bet to make because every time he put one down, you could see the gleam in his eye saying, wow, there's $100. I can actually afford to lose 2 of my bets. That's how he looks at it. And if I win 3 or 4 of them, I only have to do this so many times. Well, the mindset is crazy because that's why the casino gives you those odds, is they know they're tough to win. If you look at almost 95% of his bets, he doesn't have 2 losers paired with 2 losers. They're all winner, loser, winner, loser, winner, loser, and the casino loves those. And I used to keep a book back in the day. I used to have probably 30, 40 books that had them all. And you look, 4-teamer, 3 of winners paired with 1 loser. It's never multiple losses. It's always that 1 loss. I'm telling you, over 90% of the time, I'm telling you, 1 loss gets you. That's all it takes in a parlay. To put them together is difficult. So as a rule of thumb, they're fun to play. You're there with your buddies. You're there with your wife. You're having a good time. Okay, parlays are fun. But if you're being a professional gambler, probably one of the stupidest bets you can make. You know, they're tough. They're tough. So how could he do all this differently? I'm not going to tell you the answers because I'm not here to give him any advice to make him, unless he does a video humbling himself, letting his ego down, saying he's just a idiot for saying that he's this self-proclaimed GOAT. I'm not going to give anybody strategies on how to do it. I'm not going to share that information. If you're a gambler and you're a professional, or not even professional, if you're a wise gambler, you already know it. But I'm not going to give it to anybody. I'm just going to sit on that till I get either 1,000 subscribers or Christopher comes forth and gives this, I'm a fool, I'm an idiot, please double jackpot. Tell me the secret. Tell me the secrets that I can be a better sports gambler. I'm reaching out to you. And if it's a sincere thing, I'll release 3 or 4 different things you can do to save yourself a fortune, Christopher. You don't even know. You have no clue. And it's not difficult. Real professional gamblers are playing single plays, single games. They're either going to win or they're going to lose. They're not doing these crazy parlay bets at 20 and 10. That shows you're a rank amateur that knows nothing. You have yet to play a favorite. I mean, I'm sorry. You play so many favorites. You have yet to play an underdog, meaning you're clueless. And you've only played red-hot teams, you know. A lot of people that I look up to that have mentored me in the sports gambling business, parlays are purely a sucker play. And the bigger the parlay, the bigger sucker play it is. And every gambling degenerate that I have known over the years, which has been hundreds, have always had these moneyline parlay fascinations. And I can tell you where they work, how they can be very advantageous to you gambling. But again, I'm not going to give that information out because I'm not going to give Christopher Mitchell any advantage, any leverage to making himself a better sports gambler. And he won't figure it out. He just won't. Like I said, if you make a humbling video and say, look into the camera and say, today I want to be a better sports gambler, double jackpot, please, I'm sorry for looking and making these stupid videos, kissing my biceps, doing these stupid, idiotic, you know, first of all, to be a successful gambler, you have to be humble. I mean, I'm telling you, karma will bite you in the, you know where. I'm telling you, the gambling gods do not like cocky gamblers that think they're, I'm telling you, you guys that gamble know what I'm saying. You don't sit there and celebrate like you're this and that. You know, and he's right. He won $5 yesterday. Played 10 games and won $5. I got the scorecard here. I'm not going to give you the tips, but you can see $5 is what he made yesterday on 10 games. And if you look at all his losses, of course, they were paired with a winner. That's what I'm saying. If Christopher, I'm telling you, I'm going to give you one bonus thing for yourself today. Play straight bets. Get off the parlays. And that's the only thing I'm going to give you because you don't know enough about how to lessen the pain on losing with playing parlays. You just don't know how to do it. I know there's probably a couple of people out there that do, but I'm not going to tell that. It's just let him suffer. As far as parlays being sucker bets, that's already been said. He's going to keep playing them and he's going to play them until he realizes this ain't such a good idea. That's what's going to happen there. When you do parlays like he does, it says I'm a amateur, I'm a fool, and I have no knowledge on what I'm doing, so I'm going to do that. Just play straight bets, Christopher. Play straight bets. You may make some money. You know, play straight bets. There's one other tip that I'll give you for free. Free, Christopher. This is my free gift to you. If you see teams that have offense, you may want to consider playing overs, over the total. Not saying to parlay them, but I'm saying play them the over. That way you can cheer for both teams to win. Hit the ball, score some runs. Overs are a good possibility. I'd like to play anything over 6.5 unless you got two stud pitchers pitching. Sometimes you can get a line 6.5, 7. I like playing the over because I really truly believe it only takes a couple of explosions, a couple of big innings, and of course you could have the 2-0 game or the 2-1. That happens. That's why I'm saying nobody knows, but I'm just telling you things that I do and things that I look for. What else is there? I've already made the point that parlays are a dumb bet. When he plays 20 of them, that's solidified that he gets the Idiot of the Gambling World award. Then he follows it the next day with 10. So he still keeps that award. So what this video is about is his mindset's not there. His information is not correct. And the way he proceeds a win is not correct. And, you know, he's brand new to this. But when you're self-proclaiming yourself as the GOAT, you look more like a jackass. Okay? That's the, you know, when you're in somebody else's realm of expertise like this, I just snicker, laugh. You talk about, you come yesterday running your mouth about dead broke losers, etc. You know, you don't know what you're doing. That's the thing. I'm trying to save you a lot of money. You say, well, why do you want to do nothing? Because you're spewing this out to people that actually may believe you. You know, you're hoping you can put some of these things together so people will have faith in you and, hey, I want to buy this guy's picks. That's what all these touts that post their picks, you're saying it's all free because you're hoping that you bust out on a hot streak like every other tout out there and, oh my God, I got to pay for this guy's picks. That's what you're hoping for. But when you're going 5-10, 4-6, you know, smart. I'm going to give you this other free advice. You talk about the lottery mentality in the casino, and that's what you're doing with your parlays. You're doing everything you beat people up over. You know, 20 freaking parlays, man, that's brutal. Then followed up with 10 parlays the next day. It's brutal. Absolutely shows your stupidity. So, you know, you do that, and yeah, sure, if you hit one, that's just going to give you a false sense that this works. It doesn't work. You're doing a losing thing because you don't know how to, you don't have the knowledge to how to fix it. Okay? There is things you can do to fix it. Not going to give that information. You can say, oh man, sure, you have this information. I know ways, and people that are real gamblers know how to do it. Okay. There's so much to say. He doesn't know how to calculate a win. I went over that already. The money you lay is not the win. That's just your deposit at the casino. That's in case you lose, you don't have to come back. That's their money. You win, you get it back plus the win. Okay, we covered that. He didn't know that. He said he calculated it as a win. Okay, so he's had some really close calls where it could have been a lot disastrous than it really was. But again, I don't stress on that. A winner's a winner. I don't care how it happens. You may not like the way it happens, but that's the way the game's played, and that's the way it goes in the books. Okay, how can I close on this? Because there's so much I want to say. But let's just say this is your parlay lesson. When you're playing that many parlays, they're sucker bets. They have no real purpose for a professional gambler. If they do, it's a side thing. It's not their cash cow. They're going to lay 1, 2, 3 bets a night, maybe. Some may pass on it. So, you know, a lot of professional gamblers say, hey, I just don't like the slate of games. They'll pass altogether. So to do this, you have to have the mentality that he preaches to y'all in the casino, and that's being very limited, very limited. And he can't go back in time and say, I've learned this, because he already can, you know, bragged about being the GOAT, being the best, being this. You know, when you're doing what he does, he says, why? I'm transparent. Does anybody else show their games? Well, Christopher, you're in it for an angle, so obviously you have to show your games. You could show your history of games in your history files or history section of your online sports thing. You can show us all that. That shows you everything. So, guys, don't believe this guy. Don't believe anything he's saying. When you saw that 20 parlays posted up there the other night, followed by the 10 the following night, that tells you a lot about this person. You know, you should pick maybe 1 or 2 games a night, your best pick, and just put it down. You know, you're going to have your hot streaks. There's no doubt. You're going to win some games. You're going to make $300, $400, $600 a night, maybe more. You're going to have those nights, but it's going to be followed by a lot of stress. It's going to follow by a lot of, it's not the kind of money you can make to live off of. Let me tell you, 35 years experience doing this, I know if I wouldn't trade that lifestyle to be like that for anything. You know, it's not something I want to say I want to raise my family. Your son needs a role model that's, my dad's a gambling degenerate. You know, Stacy, wise up. Get him something that he can, give your son something he can look up to, not somebody that's sitting there going to the casino think, guys, look, he's done this for a year and a half. His whole channel has been healthy, wealthy, happy, yada yada, and it's, you know, what has he showed you? He's showed you no other side ventures they have. None. A year and a half goes by, he showed you nothing. He sits in a little rented thing on his laptop, a little rented condo, mediocre at best. Not this millionaire lifestyle. He's over there eating scrambled eggs at Red Rock Casino. No more Bellagio. He hasn't been in the Bellagio in months and months and months. So ask yourself, what's going on? Lots of things have gone on, you know. So, you know, now he's conned his wife into letting him do this sports betting. Guys, don't follow him. Don't play his games. Don't let him cost you money. He's not wise enough. Yes, he's going to get on a hot streak. Everybody does. Okay? And he's going to do that. He's going to toot his own horn. And then he's going to lose 3 days in a row. And he's going to have those glossy, stupid look on his face. Like, what do I do now? Nobody can get through these things, you know, and think they're the greatest of all time. Think about what he's telling you guys. You know, it's not for entertainment. He's a narcissistic little guy that actually believes it. That's what's scary. That's what makes it so that's what makes him so dangerous. He, in his own little world, he actually believes what he's saying. If he was just joking around and playing around, that's one thing. But he's not a good actor. He's not a good con man. He's not a hustler. He's a you know, I told you all this I don't know how long ago I said this. I don't know how many weeks it's been, but I said the newest thing, and a lot of people chimed into my comments or text me or email, when's he going to get into sports gambling? And y'all are all been correct. It wasn't really no secret, and that's where he's at now. He left a $90,000 a month job, a $5,000 a day baccarat gig, the Bitcoin beast, so he could make a whopping $5 on 10 parlays. Guys, look. There's nothing in here that just is any secret information anyways. He just has his games from last night. I'm going to give you one free advice if you're going to, instead of playing parlays, okay? One free thing, Christopher, and I want you to thank me, okay? Let me hear you say, thank you, Double Jackpot, because I'm not going to give you the big, scratch that, I'm not going to give it out. I'm sorry. I just can't. If he can't figure it out on his own, can't do it. Sorry to get y'all excited. Guys, like and subscribe. I love all you guys that have been my 240 loyal subscribers. Y'all are awesome. Y'all be sure, if you're on Christopher Mitchell, to give him a thumbs down. Let him know that he's delusional. He's not any kind of knowledgeable sports bettor. He's not even a beginner. He's really dangerous at this point right now where he's at. Okay, I'll talk to you on the next video. Y'all have a great day.